반드시 되돌려 놓겠습니다. 예, 변호사님, 제가...
What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Shout out to the Coffee Gang for being in here, being involved and being active today. Finally, I was able to watch the long-awaited, most anticipated, most requested K-dramas of all time. Well, in my world, right? Of QoFyReacts. Shout out to you guys. You guys have been recommended for me to check out Vincenzo for a very long time, and I took a sneak peek before, and then I finally watched episode 1 today. So here is my review. Now, before I warn you, if you haven't seen this show and you really want to see this show, spoiler alert, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in here. This is just my review, and shout out to you guys. The show, I'm gonna watch the show, and the entire show will be aired on my Patreon. So shout out to you guys. Thank you very much for your recommendation, and the link to my Patreon will be in the description box below if you want to go find it as well, to go see my full reaction of the movie. Shout out to all the TV shows. Shout out to you. There's going to be more episodes coming up. Anyway, here's my review. So the first person we see in this show after the camera blurs out is Vincenzo Casano, a very weird, interesting, cool, interesting name for a Korean/Italian individual who happens to be the son of a mafia kingpin who passed away. So he passed away recently, and don't let this innocent, cool, Yosan looking, Jimin looking face fool you. Now, this dude is a very dangerous human being on the planet, and he should be recommended to stay. You should be recommended to stay away from him, especially if you are a member of a very dangerous mafia group. So his father, who was the drug lord, passed away, and then this uncle looking wicked dude tries to take over, and then he gives me a warning to say, remove your hand from my pants. And he says, I ain't gonna take my hands from your pants, and what are you gonna do about it? So he burned the building down, and yep, that it escalated quickly in the first 5 minutes. I don't know why, but he did it. So he went on to his boss's actual son, I think so, who is actual Italiano, and he said that remove your hands from my pants because this is my pants. And he said, no, I'm not going to take my hands off your pants because it is my pants, and my father told me that this is my pants, and that's my father, and it's not your father. And it's like, he is my father too, and therefore he told him that I am going to ruin your life. Don't follow me in Korea, where I am going to take a holiday and look into my other business endeavors, so don't follow me. So he did exactly the opposite. In the evening, he sent assassins to go murder him, and obviously you're sending assassins to go murder John Wick, and that is definitely not going to work. He said, keep your hands off my pants, and they said, we're not going to keep our hands off your pants, and then he shot them. So he's a lawyer as well, by the way, and as you know, lawyers kill people. Yes, so he travels to Korea, and he gets ambushed by these cheap street thieves, and he gets his watch and everything stolen from me, and he cusses Korea and say, I hate Korea, blah, 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 corruption and everything, and he's crying. So we see two sides of him. He's a very cold, psychopathic, intelligent, brilliant, good-looking lawyer, and then there is another side of him where he comes to Korea, and Korea literally humbles him into the very basic necessities of life, and we see another side of him which is very down to earth, and he has the look of the face that says, I can kill people, but I'm kind to you. You know that face? Yeah, stay away from me. So we got to find out that he had a business endeavor where he actually recommended a group of people to leave a pot of gold in the basement of a building, just so that there was this Chinese, I'm really bad at this is my first review, right? There was this Chinese dude that wanted to hide away his gold so far away that no one would find out. So he came to Korea, and the lawyer, which is Vincenzo Casano, recommended for him to hide the gold under the building and then build a building on top of it so that no one would suspect that there was a huge gold under it. So that is it, and therefore everyone that knew about the gold wanted to buy the building, and therefore they would own the gold, right? So this is the building in mind, and for some reason he had this obsession that he wanted to burn this building down. I don't know, but this was a foreshadowing at the beginning of the show. So the entire episode 1 was kind of casting back before this actual scene, right? And in the building there were tenants or people living there, and this man himself is a lawyer who also had a daughter who was also a lawyer, but both of them share different world views. He was a lawyer that actually wanted pure justice for people that were not rich and were not embezzling money from people, and she just wanted money, so she was a lawyer that was just taking money from people. And the father was like, where is your integrity? And she's like, I ain't got no integrity. And she's she's like, take your hands off my, no, she didn't ask that, he didn't ask that, and her hands was not on his pants because that's her father. Anyway, that's weird. Anyway, let's move on. So the owner of the building tries to promise the tenants that, don't worry, we are not going to sell off the building and I'm not going to take away money. And then during the evening, he got ambushed, his family was ambushed, and he said, sign this deal, you're going to be paid, and you know, we're going to force your hand, we're keeping up your children, you sign this, and then we sell off the building, and everyone's going to think that you're a piece of shit, including your family and yourself and everyone around you. So he took the deal because he wanted to save his family, but then, you know, now that you've saved your family, now your family think you're a piece of shit because you're a man who goes back on your own word. It's a catch-22. He lost anyway. So on his way to report to the lawyer, who is now back in Korea, he got assaulted and he got a car crash. So the lawyer came back into the building and said, I am gonna save this building because this building is mine and I'm gonna be very nice and kind to you. Nope, he actually threatened to kill the guy. So yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, that is episode 1 of Vincenzo. I know I did a very shabby job, but it's exciting, full of comedy, full of serious moments, and you know, we see different sides of different people, and the tenants are like living in this horrific paranormal activity hell going on. Kind of, it's a very interesting, you know, comic TV show. So anyway, shout out to you guys. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it, and if you want to watch it with me, the link is in the description box below for my Patreon. Sign up and go watch it. Shout out to you guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next reaction video. Stay tuned, and we're out. Peace.